Hello and welcome to On the Lime. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Will, and obviously we are recording this a little different. Your audio might sound a little different on this part, but we assure you the quality on the interview is the same quality you can expect. We're recording from our homes now.
Yes, and thankfully we both have pretty decent mic setups.
Yeah, exactly.
There may be a little loss of quality, but, you know, we are trucking along as everybody else is through this coronavirus pandemic. And, yeah.
Just doing everything we can to make sure we're, you know, not being a part of the problem. And, you know, if we can record these separately, hey, it works. And we're still getting you the content that we are providing every other week on our podcast, On the Line.
And this week we're talking to Lindsey McClain Sanson. She's the Assistant Vice President of Business Development and Marketing at American Bank and Trust. And she is a great community leader throughout all of Bowling Green as well.
Yeah, she's a big part of the Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce. She's on a lot of different boards in the area. And we talked a lot about giving back to the community and networking. Just a lot of really great information on top of her love of organizing things.
Oh, yes. She is a self-identified type A personality. So that's what she says she is. I can identify with that for sure. Our conversation with Lindsey was so great. It gave me some really good ideas on how I can get out in the community and give back. And I'm excited for everybody else to hear it too.
Yeah, it's a great episode. So without further ado, here it is, Lindsey McClain Sanson.
Do you feel like you're a radio talk show host?
I do. I kind of like it. I'm kind of digging it.
It's great. So we start out with the 3 I statements, and you have done your homework. I see.
have. Yes.
Good student, very prepared. Yours are written out with like bullet points underneath
You'll
them.
completely understand one of the I statements whenever I,
Fair enough.
this will all come together.
Just let her rip.
Okay, so my first one is I love a good TV binging day.
100% yes.
I mean, we've had how many inches of rain this year? And so we've
Yeah.
had a lot of opportunities to just
Sit and
hang
watch
out
TV
and sit
and
and
hang
watch
out.
TV. I know we can't get outside.
It's a perfect
so
excuse.
It really is.
You don't even feel lazy afterwards. You're just
No.
like, oh yeah,
It's like, it's not
the
like
weather
I can,
told me to stay
right,
in.
I can't do anything else, so why not?
What are you binging?
Okay, so we range like so far, like anything from Cheer to Handmaid's Tale to Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Trying to think what else we've been watching. I'm rewatching Justified because I love that show.
Oh, yeah.
My parents love that. I never watched it.
It's so good. I watched it, back in the good old days when there was no Netflix or anything, and we actually had to like wait every Tuesday
Well,
to
I always
watch
like
it.
Timothy Oliphant, so I'm
Yes,
like
I love
surprised I
him.
haven't
He's so
watched
good.
it yet.
Yes,
but,
I love him. He plays this marshal from Kentucky.
Yeah.
And so they talk about Frankfurt. They mention Bowling Green. I don't know. It just kind of, I think that's why it was so intriguing to me.
Cheney's featured in one of the episodes.
Yes.
Is that real?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've talked to Carl
like some
Cheney about
product
that.
placement.
Yeah, and he was so excited. They actually sent them like this case and all of these ice cream samples. So he's got like a Cheney's,
That's wild.
little cup of ice cream. It's awesome. I'm like, that's Cheney's.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just wrapped Outsider, so I don't know if you've watched that.
I have not. I've seen that,
It's really
but I
good.
don't know. Yeah.
Would recommend.
What is that about?
It's HBO. It's on HBO,
Okay.
and it's a Stephen King novel.
Oh.
So it's
Okay.
it's about like this like, I don't want to go into too much, but it's about like this like demon of sorts that is
Okay.
like carbon copying people and then like committing crimes and framing them for them. It's like
Very Stephen King.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's wild.
I'm kind of a scaredy cat, so
And Jason
would that be
Bateman
all right?
directed it.
Oh, I love Jason
Yeah.
Bateman. Yeah. Speaking of Jason Bateman, Ozark.
Yes, I
3
love
is
Ozark.
coming out
Really?
season 3, March 27th.
I was
I've already got
wondering.
my calendar marked.
Oh man, yeah. I need to catch up on that because
So good.
my husband loves it, but I haven't had the chance to watch it.
Oh, it's so good.
It
It
is.
is really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I got into it because like I'm really into Jason Bateman
Yes.
as well, so it was just like you have to watch it.
Oh, he's
but
so
it was,
great. Mm-hmm.
I love the art direction in it too. It's like really shot like cold and like
Kind of dark.
yeah,
moody.
It is very. I love it.
nice.
Lots of different twists and turns though. So yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been watching. Oh, Schitt's Creek is also a great
I
one.
was just about to say Schitt's Creek is what I've been binging since Will told me about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
And this
Austin and I
is-
talk about it a lot.
Yes,
Austin got me into
yes.
it. Yeah,
It's the last season for it too, so I'm
Ew,
kind of sad. Ew, David.
We have a David Jose here.
So that just gets said in the office all the time now.
Yes.
He's like, what did I do? Nothing.
It's amazing. I love Alexis. I do. I think Alexis is my favorite. She's just so.
Are you caught
funny.
up?
Yes.
I haven't been watching the new stuff that's been coming on True
Okay.
TV.
Yep.
But
Comes on tonight.
Okay.
Tuesday nights. So.
I need to find a way to. Actually, I have the True TV app, so I'll just watch it through there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get caught up.
Yeah, I've been really sad. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's about all we've been binging lately.
Well, I love a good binge as well. So
Yes.
We're all on the same page with that.
Awesome.
What's your number 2?
High fives all around. My number 2 is I am a neat freak.
Okay.
If you guys look in the dictionary under like neat freak, my photo is there. I'm it's almost like an obsessive like cleanliness / just everything has its place.
Okay.
And so a lot of my friends know how quirky I am about it. Like I won't go to bed if there's a dish in the sink. Like, I mean, everything has to be put away.
I need you to come stay at my house for a little while.
Bulleted like list I have here because I'm very much like that just helps me.
So you make your bed every morning?
Absolutely.
See, that's one thing I've added to my year this year, and it's
Yes.
life-changing, honestly. Like, I never used to make my bed. My mom used to get me to when I was little, but first thing when I got out myself, I was like, not making my bed anymore.
Right.
Not happening. But it just changes
Don't you feel
everything.
better?
Yeah. You walk into your room
You
at night,
do.
you're like, oh, everything's where it
And
needs
clean,
to be.
like I like getting into the bed with clean, cold sheets and
Yeah.
just
Yes.
I love making. I
That
totally make my
sounds
bed.
fantastic. My husband works from home, so often when I leave, he's still in bed.
Oh,
Well,
When I
Yeah.
come home, the bed is unmade.
oh,
That's okay though.
yeah. Sometimes
I
if
don't
I
mind.
leave the house first, and Kevin's still in bed, you know that kind of happens with us too. But as soon as I get home and walk in the door, I make the bed. I know that's crazy because it's like 4 hours until bedtime, but I do
Yeah.
it anyway.
that's fair. I mean,
I do that.
Yeah. If I'm throwing like the sheets on the bed, I'm going to like still, like if I just wash sheets and they're going on at night, I'll still like make it just perfectly, even though I know I'm
yes.
about to lay in it in like
Yes.
about 10 minutes.
Oh,
you know?
I feel you. Yes.
But
Absolutely.
do you go to the Container World down in Nashville? Or is it Container World or Container Store? Are you like obsessed with like organizing things
absolutely.
too?
Yes.
So you like
I have lots of
Have you ever been to
baskets.
the Green Hills? Is it Green Hills?
Yeah, Green Hills.
Green Hills Mall. They have a container store
No,
there.
I didn't know that.
Oh man, it's like 3 levels and it's all just different types of containers and ways to organize things and
I would
storage
be
shelves.
in heaven.
Yeah, it is. It's wild. I've just walked
So-
around in there.
Do you have a label maker?
I don't have a label maker, but I do label things.
Okay.
Yes. I'm pretty organized. I mean, I know where everything is in my house
Nice.
because
That-
it
that
all
feels
has its
good, though.
place.
Yeah.
It feels awesome.
And when you need something, you know to go there instead of like, where did that go
Right. And I'm
last?
never having a freak out
Yeah.
if I'm running late. Oh my gosh, where is whatever? And then because
really
I know where
admire
it is.
I-
I can totally help you. Like I will. I'm so passionate about it.
Come on,
I would
come
come to your
on
house and
over.
help you.
I need it for sure.
Yes. Oh, I love it. It's pretty quirky, but
So the final iced tea.
so the other one is I am passionate about serving our community. A lot of
course.
you know that I am very involved in a lot of different organizations, and so that is definitely something that is very important to me.
Yeah.
And I keep adding to that list, but
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I'm grew up here in Bowling Green. I've been here my whole life. My parents, were born here, so they're from here too. Grew up here, and I just this community is so awesome, and I want it to keep being awesome and keep growing, and that's one of the reasons that I love being involved with so many things.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you are involved in a lot of things. I mean, I
Yes.
know you're on the board for United Way.
Yes.
You're on the board for Junior Achievement,
Yes.
part of the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
You actually do leadership bowling, and you're one of you're like instructor for that, or how does that work? A trainer?
So back in, I guess I'm going to say 2009, I started actually working at the Chamber as a program director.
Okay.
So one of my responsibilities was the Leadership Bowling Green class. And so essentially I've been through the class 6 times.
Oh, wow.
I know that sounds crazy, but I also use that as an opportunity for myself to network with these
Yeah.
individuals. A lot of them I knew already, but there were a lot of them that I didn't know. And so I took advantage of sort of being involved in that program too, just because why not?
You get in front of people.
Yeah.
I've always been interested in it. I have my master's in leadership, and it's just one of my like personal passions.
Yes.
Like if you like organization, that's how I feel about leadership,
Yes.
and I'm a nerd for it.
Well, you need to go through Leadership Bowling
I
Green.
would love to.
Highly encourage anyone, kind of a young professional. You don't actually even have to be a young professional. We've had people up into their 50s and 60s go through the program, and it's just so beneficial. You spend a year bonding with 30 other people and learning about our city, our community, and every time I go through it, I learn more. I had the opportunity to be co-chair a few years ago, and then chair of the program, and then I was in the program one year, so that's adds up to my 6 years, and then I day chair usually the first retreat, which is I think the most important retreat. We go to Camp Lucon in Litchfield.
I'm familiar,
and we do like the high ropes courses, the low elements, and so it's a really quick getting to know you process.
That's fun.
But it is a lot of fun. So they go into it, the class goes into it that first day, and they have no idea, number one, what they're getting themselves into. And then they by the time it's over, they know each other's names and they're friends, and they're like getting each other's phone numbers, and they're, it's a sort of a really cool, like lifelong relationship.
That sounds great.
Yeah. It's some of my very best friends I met in my class, and I would have never been able to meet them had I not gone through Leadership Bowling Green. So highly recommend that.
That's great. I've been thinking a lot lately just about community involvement since I've been at Sublime, and everybody who works here is so involved in the community. I think it's important to do, and it's not something that I'd ever really considered until I came on here. I know that you feel the same way.
Absolutely.
So what do you think that giving back to your community, like what does it do for the community, and what has it given you? It
obviously helps our community, but I feel like I actually get more out of it than whoever it is that I'm serving, that I'm helping. I just have this sense of pride, that yes, I am very fortunate and very blessed, and so I have the ability to help others and to help these different organizations. And so I love it. It makes me feel great too. That sounds kind of selfish, but I love that I'm able to help someone, but then I feel good about helping them too, because I know it's making a difference.
Yeah.
I think the American Bank and Trust does a really good job tying in community involvement as well. Is that something that drew you to the bank, or was it something that you've kind of instilled since you've been there?
Since I've been there, American Bank has always been involved in the community. We're based here in Warren County. All of our locations are here. We've always been a huge supporter of our community, because the community is how we've been so successful. And so we definitely want to give back in every way that we can. We actually have a jean fund. So every Friday, our employees are allowed to wear jeans if we pay a couple of dollars.
Oh, nice.
So we collect this money throughout the year, and then twice a year, we choose 2 or 3 different organizations to give a little donation to. So that's straight from our employees. We are involved in, I think Saturday was the Penguin Plunge. And so I guess Austin or maybe Nick was out there doing some filming, but we do Penguin Plunge every year. We do Day of Caring. I'm very involved personally, but I also pull my other fellow coworkers along with me, and sometimes they're all on board, and then sometimes they're voluntold. But they pretty much know it is, and once they do it,
and at the end of the day,
if they're a little hesitant or if they've never done anything like that before, once they do it, they're like, okay, sign me up next year.
Exactly.
So it makes a difference in their lives too, and then hopefully it's just a trickle down effect, and then they can go home and they can get their kids involved, or their family members and friends. And we love being able to be a part of so many different things here in our area.
Definitely. So you're involved in the chamber, and you've talked a little bit about networking. How important is the being involved in events like that to not even just yourself, but the business you're representing with American Bank and Trust at that time?
Right.
Or
So, volunteering and doing all of those great things and being involved in all of these different boards and organizations is definitely one thing. And then kind of the other piece of that is the Chamber of Commerce, because that's more B2B. That's where you meet other business leaders, business professionals, maybe young professionals in the area. And it just kind of opens the floodgates. When I started working at the chamber, I mentioned I was from here and I grew up here. I thought I knew a lot of people, and then here I start working at the chamber, and I'm going, where are these people coming from?
Yeah.
I don't know any of these people.
Especially in Bowling Green, it's growing too,
It's
so
huge.
quickly as well. So I'm sure there's new people even coming in as well,
Absolutely.
but then it's new people you're finding all the time.
Yes, and so it is going to things like coffee hours, business after hours, participating in Leadership Bowling Green. They have a great Bowling Green Young Professionals group that has really formed and grown, and they're doing some great things. They have their own, cool little group, and they volunteer, and they have their quarterly, meetings, breakfast, lunches, different things, social things. And so the chamber is a great place to start, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. If you want to network and get to know people and new businesses that are coming to town. I mean, they have a ton of new partners that join every month, and annual dinners, all of those things. They have some different committees where you can also volunteer. So just so many opportunities. It's just kind of about finding what you're passionate about and then kind of taking it from there.
Exactly.
But you have to take that first step.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes scary.
Yeah.
For people to get out
That's
of
the same
their
thing
box.
for a lot of things too,
Absolutely.
It's always about the first step.
It is. And I think the chamber does a really good job at helping people along and making that easy and making everybody feel comfortable.
Well, it's a place where that's supposed to happen,
Absolutely.
so you're not just reaching out to people blindly. Like, that is what people going to chamber are doing. You know that people are open to talking and open to networking, so you're more apt to make connections in a place where that is the point, one of the points of being there.
Yes, don't be afraid to go up to somebody you don't know and introduce yourself and shake their hand.
Yeah, we talked to Brian J. Jones on the last episode, and he kind of talked about how, as even a biographer, there's like a group where, he has all these people he can talk to, and he knows that that's the reason they're all there, and it makes it more comfortable. So, I mean, if you're all there to network, then it works better. you know?
Find your tribe. Is what
Exactly.
it is.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm an introvert.
Yeah. See, I don't see that in you.
Everybody says that. I'm an extroverted introvert.
Right.
Takes a lot out of me.
I think we're both kind of the same in that way. I think I lean maybe more extrovert, but yeah, I'm on the edge. Like
Yes.
all my personality results say the same.
So this situation that we're in right now with the three of us talking is perfect for
Right.
me. But when I get around a lot of people, I think it's hard for me to want to go up to people and, I don't know, stand out and talk. And do you have any advice?
Oh gosh, it's just like I said a second ago, it's just literally walking up to somebody and just having that
making
courage and
yourself
sort of
do it.
making yourself do it. Or if you if you know that they're from a certain organization and that's something you're into, maybe that's a good little icebreaker for you. Or there could be other people out there that you say, oh, that person's standing over there in that corner, they may be an introvert like me, so I'm gonna go over there and talk to them.
Grab the wallflowers.
Yes. So yeah, it is. I mean, it really, it's just, you have to just sort of put yourself out there, and it works, and it gets easier as you do it. The more and more you do it, the easier it gets. And
That's fair.
I have been able to really do a lot of networking and meet a ton of people, not only through the organizations I'm involved in, the nonprofits, but also just chamber functions and through my church and just different things. And it's really opened up the door for a lot of opportunities. And I think that's why I have been able to be successful with my jobs over the years, is because of those people that I've met, that I've been in contact with, and created those relationships. Everything is about relationships. And so that has,
I mean, I hate to keep just referencing other podcasts we've done, but I think
I've listened to them all.
Well, thank you.
yes.
Appreciate that.
And I said earlier, I was a little intimidated that when you guys asked me to come on, I was like, I think I'm really not that.
No, you're great.
No, this is
definitely
fascinating to me. I love it.
But Liv Higgins talked about how she said, you never know who you're talking to, so always be on it. You never know if they can help you in the future or you can help them. And I think that's important to know. And I think at the root of it, we're all people, and even if you don't have something in common, you can all, or like on the surface in common, you can always find some sort of common ground with somebody.
I totally agree.
To level with.
Yes, I completely 100% agree with that.
That's very true.
Yeah. I mean, we're all living in the same world.
We are.
Whatever's going on.
Just trying to get through whatever it is that's
Exactly.
going on. And so let's just, work together and
figure it out.
yeah.
So is there anything else that you're excited about in your day-to-day? Like what fuels you to, I know that's a broad question,
is
and
a
I'm
big
sorry to like lay
question.
that out there like that. But I mean, like, in your day to day, like, what gets you excited? You know?
Oh gosh, I really think that honestly, people. I love people. I know that sort of goes again back to like networking and being involved, but I surround myself, I feel like, with really good humans, people who are also passionate, compassionate. I love laughter, so I surround myself with people I love to laugh, and they love to laugh, and I just feel like I'm surrounded with a really good crew. And it sort of keeps me going. We all have our good days, we sometimes have our bad days. And like when it's rained, I feel like every day this year, so that can pretty easily get you down. But when you're surrounded by just good humans with good intentions, and it kind of makes life a lot better.
Definitely
A lot easier.
I like that.
I agree.
Interesting. So you have lived in Bowling Green your whole entire life?
Yes,
Is that
born
true?
at the medical center, which I just saw they celebrated their 40th
Really?
anniversary. So born at the medical center.
We just did the birthday videos on that. I didn't know that there was this whole thing where they had to like transfer the whole hospital down the hill. That must have been amazing.
I can't
to see.
imagine
Yeah, that looks
transferring
like
all of that.
Exactly.
Yes,
Super
moving
cool.
them in. Which also, before I worked at the chamber, I actually worked in the marketing department at the medical center for about 4 years.
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun. I was actually up
Yeah.
on the hill. So the original hospital, which would be an excellent, like scary horror movie type setting, a really cool haunted house, because back behind like the part that they have remodeled are still like the original like hospital rooms with beds and things, and it's really kind of creepy back there. But it's used as a storage space, but that would be a great haunted house. Just little plug for that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go up there.
I always hear about these like fun little buildings around. So it'd be fun
like
to, explore
there's
'em.
a skating rink
I always
above
hear that. I
440.
don't know that that's true.
What?
That can't be true.
I have seen it with my own two eyes. I swear.
I've
to
heard
you.
that from multiple
Above
people.
440.
Above 440.
Yeah, there used to be a skating rink up there apparently, and it's just like empty. And I mean, that's just, again, I can't confirm. I guess Kayla is confirming.
Can confirm.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So when
went
you
up
go
there.
upstairs, like Junior Achievement is over part of 440. So where is the actual
It has been
skating rink?
How long has it been since I've been up there? Like 8 or 9 years.
So maybe it's not there anymore.
No, well, maybe it's changed, but I think it was just like down a hallway and through a door. The windows that are over the square.
Okay.
That's
Was
where
a
it is.
skating rink.
Like that's the
Oh
area.
my goodness.
So like I had heard that because I had friends that had lived above one of the places down there. There's some apartments over there, and
Yep.
I was over there and they were talking about that, and I was like, "There's no friggin' way."
It was
Like,
several years ago when there were American Idol auditions. Gosh, were they at Skypack or were they at the Capitol?
I think they would have been at the Capitol.
I don't
Probably.
remember, but
That's really
I went
cool.
up there to get a cool shot for like my job at the time. We were taking pictures and doing stuff on social media.
They need to put that on that haunted BG tour for sure. or
Yeah,
whatever.
that would be cool.
Maybe it's not haunted.
Well, it might not be.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it might. If it's on like the left side right there, that may be apartments now too.
Oh, maybe they've renovated it.
Yeah, I think that's apartments.
So we got to get up to Hospital Hill because
Hospital
there's
Hill is
no
creepy.
telling how soon those will be renovated and turned into something
So
bright and shiny.
creepy.
And new.
I mean, come on. Like the name Hospital Hill would be a great horror
Exactly,
movie to
yeah,
begin
yeah.
with.
Yes. I remember having to go like back to our storage space, and we had chains like on the doors, and we would have to take our key back there. I would always grab a coworker and say,
Yeah.
I need you to come back here with me.
You don't
I am
wanna-
not going alone. You are coming with me.
That's great.
It's really cool though. Like just the history of all of that.
Yeah.
I think my parents were actually born up on the hill.
Okay.
And then I was born in the new hospital. It hadn't been open long, actually. It was pretty new when I was born.
Yeah. So how have you seen Bowling Green change?
Tremendously in every way. Just from, I remember when like Cemetery Road was just 2 lanes, Lover's Lane was just 2 lanes. So just campus alone, WKU's campus is completely different from when I was there. Just everything has changed. Scottsville Road, just all of the growth and the development, which I love, but we're getting large, we're getting big, and a lot of people are moving here, which is amazing, and new businesses are moving here, and so I feel like we are really ahead of the game with a lot of different places and growing so much that, you know, maybe we'll...
Or is it second? Are we second or third largest?
Third. So after Louisville and Lexington,
Lexington. Yeah, because we just passed Owensboro, right? Like a few years ago.
Which Owensboro has a pretty cool thing going with their riverfront downtown. So maybe, you know, eventually we can sort of do something like that here with our riverfront. I think there's some projects on the table for that.
I've always loved that commuter bridge, like going down there and walking that. Like I remember when I first moved here, I've only been here for like 11 or 12 years. And I mean, just seeing the growth in those 11 or 12 years
it's crazy,
been insane.
Isn't it? Yes.
But I remember driving by and seeing like the globe lights lighting up along the...
Yes.
And I thought, that's a cool area.
It is
over
really
there.
cool.
Yeah,
I know.
So it'd be fun to see something done with all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a cool like music venue or something. You know, I dig some good music. I like a good show.
For sure. Same. Lots of good ideas.
So one thing we always kind of put a bow on things. I always say that, I'm going to keep saying it. But what is one piece of advice, or maybe if it's in a book or just a motto you go by that has just been kind of like a touchstone for you through your whole career or even life that you just always go back to, like something that... Does that make sense?
Yeah. So sort of to reference the whole, you know, surrounding yourself with good humans thing, just kind of the golden rule. You know, I want to make sure that I'm treating everyone the way that I would like to be treated. And I think sometimes we get so busy or bombarded, or we have so many things going on, and we just, you know, don't have time for, you know, whatever it is. I feel like if we just kind of continue to keep that in mind, and even if we are going through something and we're frustrated or something's going on, you just, you know, make sure we just keep treating each other as we should.
Simple enough, but it's effective for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, I always think about it, you never know what other struggles people are going through.
Exactly.
So like we can say, oh, we're thinking this, I'm thinking this, but I have no idea what you went through today. You know, as much as we can go with the pleasantries, like, oh, my day was good, I did this. You don't really know how you've interpreted that. So, I mean, why would you... Everyone's going through the same struggle, really.
Absolutely.
You got to give grace.
Definitely. Tons of grace. Give the kind of grace that you want to receive as well. So, yeah, I think that's a great point is, you know, we don't have a clue what anybody's going on, you know, what's going on behind the scenes with someone. And, you know, somebody, if you feel like, oh, gosh, they're just in a bad mood today, or, you know, she's just not being very nice today. Well, we have, like you said, we have no idea what's going on. And so just, you know, trying to be that... you know, person that does give that grace and wants to also receive grace when we have a bad day. So I think golden rule, and just, you know, surrounding yourself with those people that lift you up and make you feel good, make you feel better.
It's simple, but it's so important.
Yes, it is. It really is. Just kind of getting back down to the basics.
Yeah. I love it.
Well,
I think we just got the episode title.
Yes.
Getting back to the basics.
Yeah. I'm so not basic, though. Like, I'm not an Uggs and Starbucks kind of girl.
No, not at all.
No. Not basic in that way. Just back to the basics.
Basic in the best way.
What was that?
Absolutely.
Basics of Love? No, that's like a Merle Haggard song, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm misquoting
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know what song you're talking about.
Luckenbach, Texas. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
Gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Wow.
That's some good music right there.
Y'all just
That's some old school.
Way off the field.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lindsey. It's been great talking to you.
It has been fun. This has been great. It's been a good, I don't know how long we've been here, but it's been a great few minutes, and I've really enjoyed it. So thanks for having me on.
Well,
I really
you.
appreciate it, and I appreciate everything you guys do. I know y'all are a great partner with us at the bank, and you know, we could not do what we do without all of you all.
Well, that's kind.
So
Thank
we appreciate it so much. You have no idea
We
how
love
much I enjoy working with y'all.
We love working with y'all as well. So it's been a great relationship, and we look forward to it.
Absolutely.
You're wonderful.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
So that was our talk with Lindsey McClain Sanson, the Assistant Vice President of Business Development and Marketing at American Bank & Trust. Now, that's a long title, but we both nailed it this time. I promise we haven't re-recorded them 3 times, but we've done it.
We did it.
But it was a really good talk with her, and you know, we even talked about some things I didn't expect to, like that Hospital Hill has all those extra little rooms in the back and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I'm dying to go in there.
And I would like to figure out
to do that.
I would like to figure out if that skating rink is still there we talked about, but I know that she thinks that might have been remodeled into some apartments, but I've always heard tell of it, and it's sad if it's gone because I wanted to see it. It seems like the creepiest place.
Yeah, it was super cool when I went in there, and I promised that I did go. It existed.
I also will say, in the spirit of every episode, I will have to do a correction for something stupid I said on the fly. It was not Merle Haggard that sang Lukenbach, Texas. It was Waylon Jennings. And I should have thought that because there's that line with Willie and Waylon and the boys. But that's just for me to know. And I just wanted to correct it because I know there's somebody who's going to point it out, and I might as well get ahead of it.
You've got to keep up your music cred, too. So,
exactly. Yeah.
You know, it's fine.
But
Cool.
On the next episode of On the Lime, we have a conversation with Bartley Weaver of Dreamweaver Fit, and you might also know him as the Titan Man of the Tennessee Titans.
The very first time I walked out, I'm like, man, I feel like a wrestler. Just like WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Going out,
Yeah.
I got my own intro.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
awesome.
the crowd smoke that's blowing on me. I got intro on the big
That's
screen.
wild.
So
Do you,
coming out, yell and flex, and have a good time.
This man is everywhere. He is all over the place. So he's the Titan Man. He has his own fitness program with Dreamweaver Fit, and he's a competitive eater too. And we got to talk to him about some of that. Oh my gosh, what a fun conversation!
Yeah, it was wild. I enjoy food. I will say that. I'd never thought of competitive eating though, and it was kind of cool to get a glimpse behind the curtain on what goes on in that world as well. But it's a really good episode, and we can't wait to have you listen to it on the next episode of On the Line.
Yeah, so if you don't want to miss it, all you have to do is subscribe through your favorite podcasting app. Subscribe to On the Lime. Follow us on social media as well. We are at On the Lime Pod on Twitter, and we're on Facebook. Just look for On the Lime Podcast.
All right, well, that's it for this episode of On the Lime. We appreciate you listening as always. Stay safe out there and wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Bye.
Bye.